welcome back to another review. This one is for the Burt's Bees Flavor Crystals in Tropical Pineapple, and yes, this is in the new formulation of it. It's the less scratchy version, but yeah, the irony here, I think I was originally the least excited for this flavor, and out of the three, it's actually my favorite. Go figure, and the one I thought I was the most excited for is my least favorite. Okay, well, with pineapple, it's kind of a polarizing flavor, because if it's really sweet pineapple, I love it. If it's bitter pineapple, I want nothing to do with it, and it makes me gag. There's like no in between. So this is on the good side of the line, and I enjoy the way that it smells. So we are going to get into it. So format-wise, obviously, it is a stick. As you can see, it's not all gritty and gross and dried out looking like the original version was. So that's good. That was the one that hurt me, so but yeah, and the packaging's pretty plain. It just looks like a yellow lipstick tube, basically. It's got some crystallized pineapples in the artwork. Like, no, for real, look closely. The way they drew them, it looks like they're made out of crystals. I bet you guys didn't even realize it till I pointed it out, did you? Exactly. So these are all natural, which, you know, they're Burt's Bees, so generally what they make is all natural. I'm not sure if their lipsticks are, but most of their products anyway, I can attest, are all natural, but I think they all are. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think these are limited edition, but it is part of a set of 3. There's this one, there's the orange one that I reviewed, and there's the raspberry one. So the amount of product you get, it's not listed on the tube, but I believe it to be like 0.15 ounces, which is standard stick amount. Shelf life also not listed, just a lot number on the bottom, but I mean, it is what it is. So price point on these is, ouch, they're like over $5 a piece, so you know, just throwing that out there. But yeah, their sturdiness is fairly good. It's a very hard plastic for the cap. Like, I can go like this, and there's only the tiniest bit of give on it, so I don't think you have to worry about that. And it does snap into place and holds fairly well. And a good turn wheel on this. It's not too fast of it going up and down. It clicks into place when it's all the way down. It's good. It's good. So, my only issue is that when you look down the barrel, you can tell it's off-center, and sometimes with those, the balm can break off if you're not careful and you put it all the way up, so I mean, I only did just to show you guys the amount of product that's in there. So, the special feature with these, obviously, is those flavor crystals, which are crystallized versions of the flavor juice that's in there, that as you use it, it dissolves and you get a burst of flavor, according to them. In its original form, it was more like a lip scrub than a lip balm, but yeah, these are not Medicaid though, so the scent on this is so nice. It's a very, very sweet pineapple. It's not super heavy or anything. Excuse me. Ooh. Like a hiccup burp, that was weird. But yeah, so it's a fairly light scent, but it's a very, very sweet pineapple, and I am in love the way it smells. Like, if this were pineapple juice, I would drink it. It smells very good. It says color of the wax. It goes on clear, so I'm gonna put it on and tell you how it feels. And I apologize for this really bad lighting that is like emphasizing every pore on this side of my face. Sorry. Okay, so get this on. Da, 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 da. It's also a relief that unlike most things that claim to be pineapple that end up being like a mix of pineapple and coconut, this one's just straight pineapple, so that's nice and refreshing. Because usually, like, the one just overpowers the other and you don't even, like, get the pineapple out of it. So, when you initially apply it, it does feel gritty. And I said this in my other review as well. It feels like if you had put on a lip balm and went to a beach and, like, a gust of wind pushed some sand up onto your lips. So it's gritty, but the grittiness does fade away as it dissolves. Like, as you lick your lips, it does dissolve them and you get the flavor of the pineapple. So I mean, if you can get past that, it's pretty good, because the actual consistency of the balm itself outside of the flavor crystals is actually relatively thick on this one. I think this one's thicker than orange, but then again, I did layer it on kind of heavy, but it does have a good flavor to it. But the downside is, you can see some of the flavor crystals sticking up. It's like, oh, ew. Like, imagine going out in public with that, and people looking at your mouth going, what the hell is on your lips? So, I mean, that's not great, and it doesn't feel that great while the crystals are still there. And it kind of encourages you to lick them more just to get them to dissolve. Which I feel like kind of defeats the purpose, since as you do that, it thins out the balm, which, I mean, if you're gonna do that, what is the point of putting it on? Because by the time they all dissolve, it's kind of gone. But outside of the grittiness of the crystals, I mean, it's not like painful grittiness like the originals. So I mean, there's at least that as a silver lining. But I mean, it feels moisturizing-ish. Not like the most moisturizing thing I've ever used, but I mean, it'll do something if you can leave it on long enough to do something. But again, the problem is the grittiness. Until you lick it enough to get those to dissolve, it just feels gritty and gross. And it's not really shiny or anything. Let me do the drink test with it. And that also helps with dissolving them some. That's an interesting flavor profile. Minty green tea with pineapple. Okay. So, surprisingly, that holds up better to the drink test than I gave credit for. Well, I think it gets a pass on the drink test, believe it or not. Yeah, my hair looks so gross. It's clean, it's just, I slept on it and didn't brush it enough, so. But anyway, what is my rating for this? Well, I dock it a point for the price point, because it's awfully expensive for something that's not the greatest thing I've ever used. I mean, for that price point, I want it to be an exceptional product, and I mean, it's a kitschy thing, but it's just, it's meh, it's okay, it's usable, but I mean, it's not the greatest. The consistency, because of that grittiness, to me, that's problematic, that you have to look at it so much to get those to dissolve that the balm is kind of gone by the time that you do that, so that's a problem. But that's basically kind of it, really, because I mean, it held up to the drink test. It didn't purport to be shiny, so I can't dock it for that. But, yeah, just my main issue is just that grittiness. I don't like the way that feels, and I don't like the high price point. So, I mean, that's only 2 points against it, so technically, by the numbers, it gets an 8 out of 10. And I will reiterate that it smells amazing, and it tastes really good. So, I mean, for that, it's really good. It's basically the Burt's Bees version of Lip Smacker, except it's way more natural, and has grittiness, which is not a selling point to me, but whatever. There was only 3, so I got the 3. There's still one more to review, but that won't be tomorrow or anything, so. Anyway, that is all I have to say for this one. So as usual, if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button. If you're not already liked me, click subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Any of you guys have this one yet? Not the old version, the new formulation. If so, let me know what you think down in the comments. And until next time, bye!